Recent choking-related deaths among children have groups like the American Association of Pediatrics calling for changes to labels. But as reporter Anna Carranza discovers, some foods that you may think are safe actually pose severe risks.
Warning labels on foods and toys is what groups like the American Association of Pediatrics believe will help decrease choking-related deaths and injuries among children.
The prevalence of choking in the United States is about one child every 5 days in this country will not only choke, but will die from choking. Last month, the AAP, which is the American Academy of Pediatrics, came out with recommendations for consumer safety groups, for the federal government, and for food manufacturers about what risks are out there that could potentially cause a young child to choke.
Sometimes the foods and toys you least suspect could be the most dangerous.
Food-related choking, the most common culprit is the hot dog.
Not only does a hot dog's size and shape pose a problem, but when lodged in the throat, it's often compared to a cork in a wine bottle. It's nearly impossible to get out.
If a child's eating a hot dog, especially children, say under 5 years old, it should be cut into very small pieces that are so small they could be swallowed without even being chewed.
There's also no warning labels on the packets of lemon drops, another common choking hazard.
Based on the size and shape of these are very dangerous potentially for a young child to get a hold of. They're slippery, and if they go down the wrong pipe, so to speak, they could cause a significant choking risk.
Surprisingly, the object that tops the list is one that's found at most birthday parties, a balloon. If it breaks and gets into the airway, it can be fatal.
Balloons are bad if they are left with children in an unsupervised fashion.
If you're concerned whether a food or object is a potential choking hazard, here's a simple test. If it could slide through a toilet paper roll, then it could be a problem.
One of the most important things that I could recommend regarding choking awareness and what parents should do to feel more empowered would be to contact their healthcare provider, their pediatrician, or their dentist, and learn about childhood CPR classes.
For City Cable 3, I'm Anna Carranza.
Thank you, Anna. To learn more about what you can do to prevent choking, go to the American Association of Pediatrics website at aap.org.
Most businesses are vigilant about making sure their safety equipment is up to code. Unfortunately, that means some of those same businesses are vulnerable to getting scammed. Reporter Renee Hiblinger explains.
There's some incredibly great fire protection companies, and you got these companies that are coming in that are fraudulent companies that are undermining the legitimate companies.
Rochelle Maurer is talking about fire protection fraud, which has become an issue for businesses in California. Business owners are being charged by fraudulent companies to service fire safety equipment, but owners don't understand the law.
They don't know what the law requires, and they don't know the types of fees that are normal for this type of work. So they can be charged, again, thousands of dollars for work that is either not necessary or was never performed.
Any company checking fire safety equipment must have a license to operate, and not all inspections require a licensed professional.
A quarterly sprinkler inspection actually can be done by the business owner, and many companies are telling the businesses that it has to be done by a licensed company.
Maurer suggests business owners get familiar with their fire safety equipment. She also suggests they get to know their local firefighters, since they are the ones who are doing the safety inspections.
So if they have a guy walk in and say, I'm here from the fire department to do your extinguisher inspection, they recognize that that guy is not a legitimate firefighter or with the local fire agency, and that they can just tell that particular person to leave.
Torrance Fire and Police Departments are working together to try and extinguish fire protection fraud, and they are encouraging business owners to learn how to protect themselves from these scams.
Our police department has a great program, and I'd highly recommend, especially for our Torrance businesses, to become involved in that.
For This Week in Torrance, I'm Renee Hiblinger.
And for more information on fire fraud prevention, go to the fire department's webpage on the city's website.
And now let's go out to the Torrance Police Department, where reporter Alexis Sita has the latest installment